Very nice.
Oh,
Easy to Molly.
more. Pikachu's back.
Yep, again. Oh, Flygon's back too. And so is Driftblim. Interesting. Who's been left behind then? We are missing... Oh, the Azelf is not here.
Yeah.
To be fair, they've got a lot of offense, so... That and them... Oh, there's no Alomomola. Is this the first time they haven't brought it?
I can't
And there's,
say.
and there's also no Exploud, which they are quite a fan of.
Yeah.
If this Pikachu is called Mr. Electric Man, and it's a female, it's just... Alright. To be honest with you, first impressions... I feel like this Iron Boulder could really cause some problems.
Yeah, it's certainly a strong Pokemon.
But it's like I don't know if it gets some of the super effects from Rillaboom, but otherwise, doesn't it have super effective moves on the whole team? I'm pretty sure it gets Dark type moves for Slowking.
I'm not sure about doing Slowking.
Yeah, it's got Throat Chop for Slowking.
Yeah,
so,
but I feel like it's not great unless if it's already got a Swords Dance off, then maybe it can OHKO. But if it hasn't,
it would need
then
it would need a boost.
Slowking.
Yeah, I'm thinking this Iron Boulder looks like it could be quite dangerous. It looks like they might also be able to just immediately set up rocks here with a Stone Axe, which will help with sweeping.
Yeah, I don't think it has anything realistically that it can use into Rillaboom that's that good.
That's the only thing.
Hit a stab rock type move. Pretty fine.
What's the play here with this leading the Slowking then? Are they just maybe they're just looking to slow pivot into something good?
So a lot of
giving it
thinking to
rocks.
press Stone Axe and
oh, they're doing it! Oh my god! Oh my god! He's going to teleport now into Ursaluna. That's what he'll do. Because it's then from there, I'm pretty confident that
I mean, it's not that great for them. I mean, Cleavor's kind of done its job, and Cleavor gets close combat.
It doesn't. Well, the thing is, let's just, if we assume for a second Cleaver doesn't. Oh no, because it doesn't get steady. Yeah, if you assume this Cleaver isn't Focus Sash, you can slow swap here into the Ursaluna because it gets teleport. Right. So yes, there's a risk, of course. They can press X scissor, but so maybe you want to fast swap for that. But you can go into the Ursaluna here, and you have 3 turns where you one-shot most of that team, or you can press Swords Dance and guaranteed one-shot 2. And then due to Slowking, of course, and Regenerator, it's not that difficult to just repeat the process. So
I mean, if Slowking takes another hit from this Cleavor, it's gonna be, even after Regenerator, it's gonna be pretty hurt.
Yeah, well, it's one of those. It depends on what the Cleavor presses, because the Slowking is now faster, right? So you can Chitty Reception to swap, just in case, because that way you can, of course, see if they pivot. Or you can, if you're worried about them pressing close combat here, you can press Teleport, take the hit on the Slowking, and then swap. So it depends whether they're pressing essentially X scissor, or okay, we're just hard swapping then. Ooh,
lunge, interesting.
That's a that's a very deliberate tech choice, isn't it?
Yeah, they don't really have anything that underspeeds Well, they don't have anything on the, certainly on that team
Yeah.
that can displace Ursaluna.
They've clearly prepped for this then, right?
I'm sure
This
I've
must
got
be.
advantages on there.
I don't feel like there's. Like, what would you be pressing lunge on, other than Ursaluna on this team? That's
Cloaking.
specifically for. X's is boosted by sharpness though,
Yeah, probably doesn't need it
so
though.
it's
I doubt it's gonna. I doubt
120
it's gonna
base.
change the breakpoint
Oh.
from 2-hit kill.
Mm, well, I feel like. I mean, it depends what the item is on Cleaver, right? We don't know. It's not Life Orb. It's not choiced. But yeah, so X Scissor is your classic. Does this one get Drain Punch? I don't remember. I don't think it does it? It does. Okay. It does get Drain Punch. So I feel like you could Sword Stance go up to neutral and then Drain Punch most of your health back here, unless you're worried about the close combat, which I don't know if it would kill, to be honest with you. Right. Lunge is 80 base power, I believe. So it was effectively the same power with stab as close combat. So double 31, you'd be dealing taking approximately 62.
I mean,
Chance it.
if it hits a CC on
Yeah.
that Ursaluna, I think it's dead.
Probably.
From right here.
Yeah, you'd need to. The Ursula probably needs to press Drain Punch here, right? Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah. Headlong
I mean,
rush
this heat
with
tran's still good in
-1.
Trick Room, so they can go into the heat run, but that's terrible.
Doesn't okay. That's funny.
Oh Jesus! I mean, it's one of the
The
95
best,
defense,
the best
70
laid
HP.
plans of mice and men or whatever it is.
Oh God.
Kleavor's great, but how many points is Kleavor at the moment?
13, I think.
13? It's a really
Was
good
it?
Pokemon.
Yeah, it's 13. Oh yeah, I'm still surprised it survived that. I'll be honest with you.
It was
Right.
close. I think that if the stats if it's 0 defensive investment, effectively, Headlong Rush would have done a max of 99.6% damage to the Kleavor. So it's
Yeah.
just below the any chance of killing threshold.
I guess.
Still don't
Because
know
they
if
just
it's
came
Sash.
prepared for it. But that's awful. I mean, it's one of those, right? They shotgunned the Trick Room, hoping to get an aggressive start, and it just, unfortunately, didn't pay off.
Yep.
Sometimes the aggressive start really pays off and you get a massive lead, but it's one of those, it's always risky to try and play so aggressively at the start, because if it doesn't work out, you fall behind. It's not like the game's over, but you do have rocks up on your side, and you've lost... What is the very first Pokemon? Trick Room is still up for one more turn, isn't it? So this so this Slowking's probably faster than anything else that comes in here.
Oh, for sure.
So
Driftland's
and
the
it
only way they have of getting rid of those stealth rocks, so I'll have to see if it has defog. How much they're really getting rid of the rocks.
Absolutely. It's one of those, they may not care that much about the rocks. It doesn't do that much to Slowking,
I mean, the
Rillaboom,
Slowking had
or Sneasler.
boots, right? It didn't take any rocks damage.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it didn't. Okay. I mean, do you just go to Rillaboom? Grass resists electric, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, and it's pretty bulky. And is Rillaboom... I don't know if Rillaboom's faster than Pikachu. It isn't. It's 5 points less. But to be honest with you, a Grassy Glide will pretty comfortably two-shot, I'd imagine. Especially if it's a physical set and they Volt Tackle. With the recoil from Volt Tackle, they might die to a Grassy Glide afterwards. Want to be more aggressive, you can maybe go to Sneasler. Right? Bring the Sneasler in here, you're faster, it probably OHKOs to Pikachu. You can press Diaclaw, which on any swap that isn't Genesect is really nice because you're pressing the hazards.
really don't have a great anything great to take that Scald. What could have they been using? I guess just a Lemon Roller. Makalala probably would have taken it fine.
Yeah, the thing with this Slowking is just that coverage, right? Like, it's got fire-type moves for the Genesect, it's got ice-type moves for the Flygon. It's got gold to try and to deal good damage to the Iron Boulder and potentially get a burn. It's like we don't know obviously what the Slowking's got. For example, it's got Trick Room, it's got Scald, it's probably got a pivoting move. We don't know because they did hard swaps, so it's possible they don't. But it wouldn't surprise me if they have a pivoting move, so then they've got one more. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Okay, they do just hard swap into the Rillaboom. Makes sense. Ooh, interesting.
The sub.
I don't know how much of a difference that makes here, though, right?
Well, I think the Pikachu can't be one shot, that's for sure.
Yeah, but what? I know this thing's got coverage for because it's Nintendo's favorite Pokemon.
Pikachu
But does it get anything actually good into this? I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. Do they have a good Terra, maybe?
I mean,
Electric, Normal,
they
and
have
Fairy.
the Terra Normal, Extreme Speed,
Is E-Speed +2 priority or +1?
+2.
So it's always going first. Yeah, there you go. That's not enough.
That's a tanky
Okay.
Rillaboom, I think.
Oh yeah. This is bulky. So it's another E-Speed drops it to 34%. If we assume same damage, probably dies to a knockoff or a Wood Hammer if it presses that, but I don't think it needs to. And then Rillaboom after healing will be up to just shy of 40%. Right? I don't think you like that trade if you're Tom and Harry, so you're probably swapping. Bring in the Incineroar. You do probably get knocked off, but with the Intimidate and
That's full
the
defense. Rillaboom.
yeah.
Perhaps exactly for this. Who knows?
Mm. Yeah, I think it seems to me like it's one of those you don't like getting knocked off, obviously, but with the Intimidate and the Resist, you shouldn't take too much damage on the swap in. Unless, of course, because Rillaboom does get high horsepower, so they could very well go for the Predictor, the high horsepower. You probably still don't get two-shot due to Intimidate reducing it, but it'll still hurt. Yep, there's the Incineroar. What's the push? Knock off? Yeah, sure. It's a safe option, isn't it? Coppleberry.
Which one's Choco Bear? Is that anti-ground?
It wouldn't surprise me if it was.
Fighting. Interesting. I guess for
I suppose that's... Yeah, it's the Sneasler. Is there a world in which you just hard swap Sneasler in here and just start pressing bulk up? Or is that a little bit crazy?
Is Sneasler scared of anything that Incineroar can do?
There's Parting Shot, but bulk up or Sword Stance, to be honest with you, both of them are good to deal with it. Oh, this thing does get Burning Jealousy, which is a guaranteed burn if you raise your stats.
And it can also just Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course it gets. Yeah, okay. Maybe not then. Although, Heatran isn't terrible. Either. Pretty sure this thing does get fighting type moves, but oh, interesting. Right.
Okay. Grassy Seed, so it's another Unburden probably.
Yeah. I mean, that's the reason why they picked it, right? It's a really good budget pick to pair with Rillaboom. Because this thing's with Unburden the defense boost, and it's also got Strength Sap. It's really hard to break with a physical attacker, right? It's also got Will-O-Wisp as well, which helps.
What's the setup move? Oh, Calm Mind is what it uses, okay.
Yeah, you can run... I think it would be more likely they'd run it as a supporting set. I think I don't remember because Drifloon I know got recycle. I don't remember if Drifblim got recycle, but you can use that to keep resetting. If it does, you can use that to keep resetting the defense boost and the speed increase as well. So it's actually not the easiest thing to break.
Hmm.
I also, it wouldn't surprise me if it was like Will-O-Wisp and Hex,
Yeah.
or just maybe running an Acrobatics. Both seem fine. But yeah, I don't know what do you bring in? Yeah.
Oh no, it's Ice Agent Genesect.
Yeah, this again. Is this good here? I know Genesect probably kills here, but
It's got Ice Beam.
the last time they brought in Drifblim, it had Destiny Bond. Is this what you want? I feel like you might actually be better off hard swapping back into Incineroar here. Right?
If they're worried about the Destiny Bond, they could always just scale it out for a turn. I don't know what else Genesect can press,
Yeah.
like Shift Gear or something. And Ben's always
Yeah,
waxing lyrical about the Shift Gear set and how they've never run it.
I mean, obviously it is a very good setup move, but yeah, I don't. You'd need to be faster than the Drifblim, right? So you would need it in order to safely knock this thing out, right, without any risk. Because you can't e-speed it, obviously. I don't think it gets any of a good priority.
Well, you can. Wait, what are you talking about?
Oh, it's just last time they brought the Drifblim, right? I think it was actually against you, wasn't it? They just
Yeah, Destiny
Bonded. So you're always sort of at risk of that. If it's a
Yeah.
physical set, I don't think it beats the. I don't think it beats the
Well, if it's
Drifblim
got
physical
Destiny
set.
Bond, if you're trying to count, you just time it because you can't keep a constant
Yes.
Destiny Bond out.
Yeah, it'd have to be. So they'd have to wait a turn.
Yeah. So it's whether they just press like Ice Beam now or try and wait a turn. I mean, if it's a physical set, then they run the risk of getting Will-O-Wisped if they wait a turn. I guess if they it doesn't really matter whether they wait a turn or not. The Driftman's faster.
Yeah, the Driftblim. So you can always press Destiny Bond this turn and then next turn press Will-O-Wisp, right?
Yeah.
You can always do that. And does Genesect get Swords Dance? If it doesn't, then it's just Shift Gear. Then I think it's too slow on the setup to counter the burn, right? So I don't think it needs to be a special set here. Yeah, it doesn't get Swords Dance, so this needs to be a special set on the Genesect. And it has got the special tap boost. Oh. Okay. Okay, we're going for the defog.
Fair enough.
Sure. Wait, hold on. Was that the fourth turn of grass, or does defog remove terrain? And I just don't know that.
I wasn't really paying attention. Can't lie.
Yeah, I don't think defog removes terrain.
I don't think
Oh, no, it does. It does end terrain.
Oh, sick.
It's probably actually good for them, right? They can reset up and go into the Sneasler with max turns. Stops the Genesect healing as well because the Drifblim isn't grounded. Actually, no, is it technically grounded now that it's not a flying type? It is, isn't it?
Yeah, I would think so. I don't think they're too worried about the terrain anyway. I think that was probably just to get rid of the spikes.
Yeah. I mean, this Genesect could just be pressing U-turn here. If you do, then you can go maybe like Strike Sap if they've got it. Get back up to close to full. I don't think it'll have any other super effective moves on a Dart type than U-turn. I'm still 40% from the Thunderbolt. I would imagine a Strength Sap will bring it back up to full, so you drop it down to 60 if you do that. Okay.
Interesting.
No.
Oh, the 10%.
That is rough.
Blackers.
Tom's pushing those levers for himself this time. Yeah.
That does Genesect get coverage for this? I don't know.
Yeah. I'm pretty confident it does. I don't think it's ground type moves.
Well, what would it get then? I don't think it gets water type coverage. I'm not sure if Genesect can hit this really.
Maybe not. It's got No, it doesn't have rock moves. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, no, it hasn't got anything great. If it technically, if it's Dow's drive, then you do have a water type move, right? But I highly doubt they're running Dow's drive. They do swap. So
That's the defogger's fly gun.
okay. I mean, you need to swap here with the Heatran, right? Not
Yeah.
leaving this thing in, because this is not. Yeah, it's there's no. I mean, obviously it took a hit, so the Earth Balloon wouldn't do anything even if it had one, because it would have popped by now. So yeah, this needs to be a pivot. Do you go back into Rillaboom maybe?
Wonder what Harry Tom will press.
I mean, do you predict like a Dragon Dance maybe? Do you try and predict Dragon Dance and press
What?
Flash Cannon maybe? Probably not. You're not pressing Magma Storm, are you? So Flash Cannon probably.
Magma Storm might be. If they're predicting Dragon Dance, Magma Storm might be better just for the chip damage.
Yeah, it's just you risk missing, don't you? And of course it is resisted, but you have the chip.
The DD.
Okay. Well, this will be an Ice Beam, so the question is, can this kill the Slowking with one Dragon Dance? Right? There's no. If they're bringing this in, it must be an Ice Beam, right? There's no way you're bringing this into Fish for a Scald Burn. That feels a bit too. A little bit too risky. Does Salamence get Bug type moves? Sorry, not Salamence. Fucking Fly.
It gets
Flygon
U-turn at least.
I don't feel like a U-turn's terrible here.
Okay.
That's about the same amount I did last time, I think, right? Yeah, this Slowking's a menace, isn't it? Do you potentially go into Item Boulder here?
How much HP does the Rillaboom have? 73. I was considering they could potentially go into Genesect here. And then Rillaboom's the only thing that really takes the Thunderbolt well.
If you go into Genesect though, do you get the attack boost? And then does the Thunderbolt not one-shot because this thing does have very good special bulk?
It depends. If it's fully defensive investment, then it'll get the special attack boost.
Yeah, it's one of those because it's got the Earthquake only did 55%, right? And I believe Flygon has 100 attack, and that was a Dragon Dance stab move.
Yeah.
So that feels like it's probably physical bulk, right? So if you probably do get the Genesect. Okay.
Choose back. Back into
It's
Rillaboom, I suppose.
Yeah. Or do you go into, or do you try and predict the fake out and go into Drifblim? We've seen Substitute, we've seen E-Speed.
I mean, Drifblim's lost its Unburden now, so Pikachu's going to outspeed it unless they haven't bothered with the speed investment.
Oh no, it's Terra Dark. You can't go into the Drifblim, can you?
That's also.
They use the Terra for the defog.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so it feels like it must be. I feel like maybe go Sneasler, but it doesn't feel great, right? Go Sneasler.
Just go back into Rillaboom.
Yeah. If they press sub, they're just losing more health, right? That they're not going to get back. Rillaboom heals technically gets a little bit of chip healing on the swap in.
Pikachu hit the Rillaboom with anything?
It's one of those they can press. If they sub, then it's the same as before, right? Which you're fine with as Jake and Care feel. If you press E-Speed on the predict, maybe you deal 33%, but then I think. Are you at risk of getting one shot by a Grassy Glide?
They're at risk of getting one shot by anything. Pikachu is so squishy.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh. 71. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think the Heatran does a massive amount for them here,
I guess
right?
they're probably fishing for maybe fire flame body burns as well. And the heat ran is good into Genesect, right? I think we've established that Genesect doesn't really have great coverage into it. I mean, it's parried, which isn't great,
Yeah,
but
the thing with the I mean, you probably don't predict the Volt Tackle there, right? Because Rillaboom would resist it.
mhm.
So you probably don't predict the Volt Tackle. Yeah.
Another
Yeah, there you
Volt
go.
Tackle.
And now this thing definitely dies.
Ah,
Oh!
para. What's Volt Tackle's chance?
Oh!
10%. That is his fucking switch. It's we just can't be allowed.
Oh! This is rough. This is like Ben levels of luck. Um,
And I guess the para only matters if it gets full parried in terms of like
yeah.
grassy glide and stuff like that. So
Hold on. Is it normal? Is it faster based than Incineroar? Ooh. U-turn. Okay. Oh, this
yeah,
must
it is.
be... No, no. Do you go into Sneasel here? Because if the Incineroar comes in, you do get intimidated,
I
which
mean,
isn't
Tom
great.
and Harry get to see what Jake is sending
Yeah.
out. Just the downside
It's
of
one of those...
killing with your
y-
tongue.
I think getting the Rillaboom out in this position, I think, is good, though. Unironically. Right? Because if you leave Rillaboom in... If Rillaboom was still in here at 70% paralyzed, it's just like... You would lose it. Absolutely. In this case, you can just go, what? You can go into the Slow King, which will be on 75%, and then you can just see what they bring out. Okay. Go into the Drift Bloom instead. Which is now grounded, so it heals. Uh,
Hmm.
the Thunderbolt from the Genesect didn't do enough damage last time. It did 40%. So you'd need a high roll maybe would do it. It's a bit of a risk. We don't know what that roll was. So Genesect may or may not kill. Depends on whether it's got a stab move, I guess. Iron Boulder, it feels like, is actually in a decent position to come in here, right?
Yeah. Mighty Cleave or something probably does a good amount of damage.
Yeah, the thing is, you can't risk setting up on the Drift Bloom, I don't think, can you?
It's
Because
a
of
gamble,
Will-O-Wisp.
for sure.
So you'd come in, you'd get the boost from... Because they've run Booster Energy every time, right? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like this makes a lot of sense.
Okay, they got the special attack boost again.
Yeah, same as last time. Flash Cannon here, if they have it, would be a guaranteed kill. I mean, you probably just sack the Drift Bloom here, right?
I don't know what it's doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel like if it stayed, you can leave it in. I don't remember if it does get recycled. If it gets recycled, you can use it to reset up the defense boost and the unburden, and then you can look for something.
A little bit too cute.
Yeah, I think that might be a bit too niche.
Especially against the Genesect as the
Yeah.
special attacker.
Is this a Sneasler swap? What does Genesect do to Sneasler?
Well, it's gonna
Probably
kill
gets Zen
him,
Headbutt or something, doesn't it?
right?
Yeah, it gets Psychic moves. Genesect just straight up gets Psychic. Damn.
Is the Slow King on 45 or is it going to be on 75 when it comes back?
It'll be on 75.
78. Okay.
Slow King does learn Flamethrower. And so far we've seen Trick Room and 2 attacks. So if they
With
bring
the
the Slow King
special
in, it
attack
takes the
boost there.
Thunderbolt, and then they press... And then they... Yeah, if it can take the Thunderbolt, they can bring it in, take the hit, press Flamethrower. Or Trick Room as well. And then press Flamethrower afterwards. Assume they don't die to an E-speed. The Heatran's too low, right? It's on 20%? 24%? How much did Heatran take from the Thunderbolt before?
I don't know.
I'm going back up.
25%. So
Does it get the
chances
heal
are-
when it comes in here? It doesn't, does it? Because the turn's already
I don't know.
ended, technically, hasn't it? I don't think it...
Oh,
if
yeah,
it gets the heal on
Genesec's
Swapping...
Genesec's already got the heal, so I don't think it gets the heal now.
Yeah, so I don't think it will go up to 28%, so it would die to a Thunderbolt, right? Okay.
Slow King. I think Slow King dies to this Thunderbolt.
I think it... Well, we don't know what the spreads is, do we? It is
We
bulky
don't,
Pokemon.
but if it's
Yeah, the
got
special attack boost.
special attack investment, we don't know what item it is. Could be like expert belt or something.
They've just gotten a little low on resources too fast. It feels like Jake and Kurt. It just feels like they've run out.
I think there's the heat ran swap into the vault tackle was I think that's a gamble
Yeah.
that didn't pay off.
Yeah, if they had a heat
Trying
run
to
swap in here,
predict
they'd be
the,
feeling so much happier.
extreme
I'll be honest,
speed.
if they had Ursa Luna here, they'd be feeling a lot happier.
Wow.
Starting, yeah, that aggressive start that was just flat out beaten by
And
the launch.
Harry didn't want
Oh,
to win.
look at this Pokemon!
64.
Oh!
Maybe
This
is it
Pokemon's
assault vest?
busted.
No, it can't be assault vest. It's got trickery.
No, it's not a Soul Vest, it's just that bulky.
What the?
Damn. I mean, I've used Slowking a lot, and I know it's strong, but it took that hit so well. Okay, so we're trading here. They must be going to Heatran here, right? Must be a Heatran swap.
Interesting. I don't know.
I mean, to
I
be
wasn't
fair,
paying attention to how much damage it was taken by the other
I
moves,
feel like
so-
Heatran, the Paralyze ruins it, but Heatran matches up pretty well into those last 3 Pokemon, right?
Well, the paralyze, I guess.
Yeah, the Paralyze
If it gets a
makes it
full
harder.
para, it's a bit
Yeah.
sucky. But in Trick Room, it makes it better. Not that.
It's-
So we should
it's one of
underspeed
those-
the Incineroar.
Magma Storm obviously does the job here, but you've got a 70% chance to hit, and you've got a 30% chance to be paralyzed. So, you know, it's there's
I think
definitely a
they're gonna
chance to
have
get
to,
screwed over
like,
by luck here.
Switch into Iron Bolt to try and take a Magma Storm, and then sack the Incineroar to try and.
No, you can't pivot after you're hit by Magma Storm. You're locked in.
Okay,
aren't
maybe
you?
just sack the Incineroar then. Try and
Yeah.
wear out the Trick
'cause
Room turns.
It's got Magma Storm for this. It's got Flash Cannon probably for the Iron Boulder, right? This Trick Room is really could really turn the tables here. I'm pretty sure Magma Storm locks you in. Yeah, traps. So yeah, it is probably just an Incineroar pivot, but it takes. I believe it. Yeah, it's not heavy duty, so it loses 25% of the swap in
Yeah.
from the rocks. Then it'll lose more to the Magma Storm and the chip from it. Right, so it'd probably be down to about roughly 50%.
Yeah, something like that.
And then, I mean, does Heatran get a ground move? Yeah, it gets Earth Power. That will kill. So then, and that's... You're on 1 turn of Trick Room remaining at that point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this Heatran is really well positioned now after the sacrifice of that Slowking.
Now all that falls apart if it gets full parried, of course.
Yeah, that's the thing. Unironically, this para could make all the difference. I'll be honest with you, I really hope it doesn't. That'd be kind of miserable.
Off the 10% para chance as well.
Yeah. Oh wait, is there a world in which this Incineroar has Fake Out?
I think it's likely actually. Yeah, I forget Incineroar gets that. So yeah, that's an
It's
extra
one of those
turn.
you wouldn't normally run it in singles, right? But
That's
oh,
one full para.
I mean to be fair, I guess it's on the turn that doesn't matter as much in theory, right? Although we don't know. This could be no, it's not Incineroar. It's not Assault Vest Incineroar, is it? We know
I guess
that.
yeah. If Earth Power's gonna one shot anyway, I guess it doesn't really matter, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you'd rather get the hit here, but this could be in theory a Fake Out.
Yeah.
Buy another turn, drops you down to 1 turn left. I don't know, actually, if you kill this Incineroar here, does it swap to Rillaboom and then into Sneasel win the game? In all seriousness. Because this is the thing that stops Sneasel, right? With the Intimidate and the, yeah, just with the ability to Intimidate, Parting Shot and the like. This is the thing that stops the Sneasler.
I think Iron Bolt, it puts a lot of pressure on the Sneasler.
You off?
Oh, okay, interesting.
Interesting. Now this is funky. You're getting...
I think,
but you've been better off just pressing the Earth Power there. Because they go into Boulder here. You're not one-shotting, I don't think, with the special attack reduction, are you? With an Earth Power.
I feel like they want the HP on Iron Boulder.
But if you go into Genesect here, it dies to a Magma Storm, doesn't it? Unless, of course, what you do is you go into Genesect and you immediately go back into the Incineroar. But then, even though you're out of Trickery, and the sub means that it doesn't do anything, right? I don't know if you can go into Genesect here.
I don't think I'm. I think I'm the way Tom and Harry win here is the Iron Boulder needs to put the pressure on Sneasler so it can't Swords Dance because I don't think it can OHKO it without a boost. Well, it depends how much it takes from those rocks.
Yeah, because rock does not resist rock, so it's still losing 12.5% on the swap in.
Oh yeah, it's like a 50-50 with CC then.
So and you do get Sneasler does get Throat Chop.
Yeah,
which is
Throat
super
Chop's
effective.
not doing as much as Close Combat though. 80 to 95 on a standard boulder.
Yeah. So then it becomes a bit of a roll, I guess.
Yeah.
This is really tense. This is actually really close. Is there a world in which you sack Genesect here? I know that might sound crazy, right? If you go Genesect...
Well, I don't think...
And then you...
Iron Boulder can deal with Rillaboom.
Yeah.
Unless it gets full powered. I think Grassy Glide kills it.
Yeah, this is tricky. Yeah, it's interesting how, even after that rough start with the Ursaluna, Jack and Kit have managed to bring it back to a rather good position. Okay, we do have it. Oh, yeah, it is booster energy. Do they survive the Earth? Yeah. It's one of those. They're going to take the Earth power here unless there's a full power, and then they die to a Grassy Glide. Right? And the thing is, if they swap out this Iron Boulder now, then they lose the speed boost. Okay, that's not actually that much.
No, but it's almost certainly dead to a Grassy Glide now.
Yeah, you'd think so. Does Boulder get priority? I mean, you probably don't run it, right? Because you're running booster energy. But if you've got priority, then maybe you can kill the Rillaboom before it gets the Grassy Glide.
No, it doesn't get any priority.
Yeah. Well, you can't press Swords Dance on Iron Boulder here, can you?
Unless
you're just
praying
swinging
for the full power.
You just well, Boulder's obviously faster when it gets the knockout, isn't it? So you're just praying for, I guess, the full power on the Rillaboom, or somehow that it doesn't kill. And even if it doesn't, so long as it drops you low enough, they can then go into the Sneasler, right? Here comes Rillaboom. Does Grassy Glide do enough? All it needs to do realistically is knock this thing low enough that Sneasler, which will be faster with Burden, can kill it.
Well, surely this is a swap from Tom and...
Yeah.
Unless they are just sacking the Boulder.
Yeah. I guess the speed boost doesn't really matter, right? Because it's still slower than the Sneasler regardless.
Yeah.
So you don't care that much about the speed boost anymore? It doesn't make it... like, it doesn't hit you... you don't hit any breakpoints, do you? You bring in the Incineroar, maybe? Incineroar has an attacking move. It can take the Grassy Glide and then just kill with like a Flare Blitz, maybe?
Yeah, if it press Grassy Glide, I doubt it's going to do much to the Incineroar because I think we've pretty much confirmed that this is a very defensive Rillaboom.
Yeah. Although, is that maybe... hold on. Is that maybe a losing play? Because if you go into Incineroar and knock this out, you can then go into Sneasler and you get a free Sword Stance. Right?
Full power.
Ooh. I don't think unless they were like hard predicting something or pressing high horsepower, I don't think the power makes too much of a difference there. Unless somehow it results in this Incineroar surviving later. I mean, a high horsepower from the Rillaboom means that even if you party shot here into the Genesect, which I'd be surprised if they did, it still hurts, right? Even at half attack, it'll still hurt. With the
Once Incineroar probably gets to act first here.
yeah, it's just so I feel like you've got to knock it out, right? But then you go into Sneasler, and what's stopping you from pressing a free sword stance? Is my worry, right? They take the knockout here and they get the swap into the Sneasler. I don't. You, yeah. It would need to be Willibus, wouldn't it? How does it work again with Will-O-Wisp? If you double sword stance, that's more than the attack half, isn't it? So you still end up in positive attack, right?
Well, burn halves the damage that you deal.
Oh. Yeah. I don't think you can press Grassy Glide there.
So I think it'd be a wash with the sword stance and.
Yeah, because I think if you did knock out this Rillaboom, you go into this Sneasler. Even if you burn it, it can just Swords Dance again on the turn afterwards. And at 4 times, it's still technically on more attack, right? It's still dealing more damage.
Yeah.
And that's probably then enough with the chip damage to deal with all 3 of these. So yeah, you can't knock out this Rillaboom and go into this Sneasler. Like that. Jake and Kit need to get Sneasler in before this grassy terrain ends, though.
Yeah,
right?
But a burn seems to be exactly the same as -2.
Okay, no. I feel like if I'm Jake and Kit here, I'm pressing U-turn this turn, honestly. Because you can't keep this Rillaboom in for too much longer.
Oh,
And it can always potentially, after the Sneezer's dead, if something's left on 1 HP, you can come in and try and get a Grassy Glide, right? To maybe clean up. So if it does survive, then you're fine. And if Genesect swords, shift gears here, well, something like that, then you're still faster with the Sneasler and Burden because you're faster pace.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on anymore. This game's gone on for 42 minutes and I...
Yes. Yeah, I feel like you have to U-turn on this Rillaboom. This Rillaboom needs to get out. It's doing nothing here. It may, if they kill it with the Genesect, that's fine because you just get a free swap into Sneasler, who can start doing stuff. And we'll, let's face it, a 60% probably kill this Genesect. Unless there's some sort of crazy sort of Chopper Berry to try and reduce the damage of a fighting type move or something like that.
But Chopper Berry is only against a super effective fighting type move, right?
Oh, that's the point, yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know what it would be then. I don't see this thing surviving a close combat.
No, I don't think it would at 60.
Yeah. It's one of those, if you get to hit, this thing gets Psychic, so it's killing the Sneasler. But at 60%, I don't see it surviving a close combat. So, I don't see the Incineroar 1v1ing the Sneasler. Especially with the defense boost. I don't see the Incineroar one-shotting it. Sorry, 1v1ing it. And I think at 54%, which will be about 40% after the swap in with rocks, the Sneasler probably kills it. I think if you get Sneasler in this turn, you clean house. Right? All you need is close combat.
Yeah, I guess all they really care about is getting Sneasler in before the terrain ends, because Genesect doesn't really... I don't think it has that much it can set up with.
It could, in theory, double shift gear, right, if they ran it. I'd be surprised if they did, but... Okay. Yeah. They did have the Psychic, and they were trying to catch them getting greedy and hard swapping into the Sneasler to keep the Rillaboom alive, but they're not that dumb.
Malzahar.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, I feel like this is... I feel like the Sneasler can just press for close combat 3 times, right?
Yeah.
Or if they go into... Yeah. Yeah. You go into Incineroar here, right? And then you can just press Swords Dance on it. Yeah, you can Swords Dance here.
Well, if that's probably fake, I'm gonna presume.
Does it make a difference? In all seriousness, if they fake out here?
Nah, probably not.
You'll get a bit of health back from the grassy terrain afterwards. I don't think it makes much of a difference.
They put Will-O-Wisp into a Sword Stance, it makes a bit of a difference. Because it means they don't get the boost, but...
You can Swords Dance... Oh... they Swords Dance again on the swap out, does that mean you still have enough attack to kill the Iron Boulder though? Right?
Yeah.
Because you still need to get out of this into the Iron Boulder. So if they just keep
Iron
pressing
Ball's on
Swords
54%.
Dance,
So.
yeah, and it'll be on about 42% on the swap in, right, from Stealth Rocks. I feel like if you just start pressing Swords Dance when they go into Boulder,
Well,
you still got enough damage, even
Harry
if
didn't want
they.
to get to the finals, so
Yeah.
he can't be too sad about losing this.
Yeah, because you can. Yeah, if Swords Dance, Will-O-Wisp, Swords Dance, Parting Shot, puts them at 2 times attack but burnt, right? Against a 42% health Iron Boulder. I'm confident Sneasler still does it
Yeah.
from that position. If you then go from. If you then go from Iron Boulder Hard Swap back into Incineroar, get the.
What they needed was no silly booster energy on this Iron Boulder. Give that motherfucker Endeavor Cuss that berry. It's GG. Not Endeavor, Endure. Sorry.
Endure.
I kill the Incineroar, swap in the Iron Boulder, press Endure on whatever move the Sneasler's gonna use, and then +1 priority.
Yeah. To be fair, the Boulder's a really good sweep threat against Jake and Kit's team, right?
Yeah, they needed the tempo.
Like, yeah, they just fell behind. It's amazing they actually ended up falling behind in tempo after killing the Ursaluna immediately, right? Yeah, they've got it. Yep. But they just press it again. Yeah. I think, to be honest with you, this might sound strange, but I think the big turning point was actually the Flygon not killing the Slowking. Right? Because not only did it not kill the Slowking, it left it on enough health to survive a Thunderbolt from the Genesect instead of Trick Room for the Heatran to then start doing bits.
Yeah.
If the Flygon had done more than 55% with a +1 attack and Earthquake, it actually, they probably would have won this game. Right? Looking back on it?
I don't know what they could have pressed to do more damage. Maybe you.
Yeah.
But then they'd be taking a nice beam on something.
I don't think. I think if you go into Genesect and the Ice Beam, you're being chilling, aren't you?
Potentially, unless you get frozen, of course. But
yeah, but yeah, it's just the. Yeah, but no, it's just I think it was when this Slowking survived the Thunderbolt, right, and pressed Trick Room. That was sort of when they got the tempo back in their favor, because it made all of a sudden it made this Heatran, which was absolutely useless. Yeah. And while they didn't end up using it, this Rillaboom as well, both terrifying threats. Turns. Well, 4 I suppose, but still.
And losing their Pikachu meant they have nothing that does good priority into this.
Yeah.
Sneasler.
Because after this close combat, they'd be on -1 defense, and they'll take a little bit more damage from burn. So it's possible on the speed, even if it's I think fighting resists normal. Doesn't it?
Nah, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Yeah, Pikachu still Pikachu can almost Oko Sneasler with that.
That's hilarious.
Speed, which is
that's so funny. Yeah, here it is. And then this thing, does it die to the Swampert? No, nearly. And yeah, that's it. Sneaser's finally done something.
Yeah.
It's finally done it. Oh, God. That was a good match, though. That was a good match.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to see Trick Room as well. Like, that was a...
Mr. Trick Room himself.
Yeah. That's honestly actually not a bad Trick Room team either. The Rillaboom, the Heatran, the Ursaluna, and then the Sneasler for afterwards. Oh, it's quite nice. But no, that was a good one.
Are they gonna come back?
Yeah. But I bet you, what's happening right now is both teams are celebrating and cool. Jake and Kit are like, we won! And Tom and Harry are like, we won!
No GGs in the chat either. This is toxic.
Dude.
Toxic ass gamers.
Well,
Oh.
well, well.
That was a good one. That was a really good one.
Judge, that Pikachu is not legal. You can't have Volt Tackle at extreme speed. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I was
that
gonna
was
say
a
it
good
would
And
tell
that's
us.
XAG. Yeah,
It would
don't
tell us
worry.
if it was
Yeah.
illegal.
But it can't be a man and have
Yeah.
be a female Pikachu, which is why it says.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah,
No,
What do you mean?
Pikachu love
It's a man.
yeah.
It
even
says
with
it in the
both-
name.
Don't hover over it, Tom.
Yeah. Even with both those paras, it just wasn't quite enough.
Honestly, those powers were like disgusting.
It was painful
Is
to
Volt
watch.
Tackle? It's not any higher
It's
than anything, is
10%.
it?
10%. It's
Yeah.
10%.
That's guaranteed, no?
Yeah, Tom realized halfway through they didn't actually want to get to the finals. She's like, shit, I'm let's just switch the other way.
Oh dear.
Alright,
No, that was a good one though.
let me stop the recording.